agreement between the Republic of Serbia and the Russian Federation on cooperation in the field of emergency, humanitarian response, prevention of natural and man-made disasters, and elimination of their consequences was signed on October 20th, 2009. Based on this agreement, on April 25th, 2012, the Russian-Serbian Humanitarian Center was established in the city of Niš for providing humanitarian tasks in the Balkan countries. The center was registered in the Republic of Serbia in the form of an intergovernmental humanitarian non-profit organization. In accordance to its statute, its main tasks are the following: prevention and elimination of emergencies, provision of humanitarian aid to the population affected by emergencies, implementation of joint projects and programs in the field of emergencies on the territory of Republic of Serbia and within the region, professional training of personnel in the field of emergencies, demonstration of modern firefighting and rescue equipment and technologies, performing other tasks in the field of emergencies. Shortly after its establishment, the Russian-Serbian Humanitarian Center started cooperation with the emergency response services in the near-border countries and became an affiliated member of the International Civil Protection Organization, ICDO. The Russian-Serbian Humanitarian Center has at its disposal a crisis management unit, which allows forecasting, modeling and calculating eventual consequences of the natural and technological disasters based on the information received from the other crisis management centers, satellite images and analytics. The field response equipment of the center is advanced and modernized every year. Contribution of 10 years of the center's operation includes hundreds of the saved human lives, preserved natural resources and humanitarian aid provided to the endangered nations. The key activities of the center involve participation in numerous forest fire response operations within territories of Serbia and Bosnia and Herzegovina, with engagement of aircraft to the Ministry of the Russian Federation for Civil Defense, emergencies and elimination of consequences of natural disasters, EMERCOM of Russia, which were deployed in Serbia for the periods of the high forest fire risk seasons. Search, rescue and evacuation of more than 2,000 people affected by the devastating floods in Serbia and other Balkan countries in 2014. It is important to state that the Russian rescuers were the first to come to support the response operation to Serbia in the most affected area of Obrenovac. Providing of hundreds of tons of humanitarian aid to the flood-affected regions of Serbia, Bosnia-Herzegovina and Albania. Assistance in modernization of fire and rescue units of the Sector for Emergency Situations of the Ministry of Internal Affairs of Serbia, by delivering modern fire and rescue vehicles, off-road vehicles and robots, as well as providing equipment to civil defense of the Republic of Srpska, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Participation of the Russian-Serbian Squad in humanitarian demining operation in Paraćin, Ćuprija and other Serbian regions. Deployment of temporary accommodation centers for more than 1,500 refugees during migrant crisis on Serbian-Macedonian, Serbian-Hungarian and Serbian-Croatian borders. Providing high-capacity electric generators to the Republic of Slovenia and municipalities of Serbia to feed residential areas because of the breaches of high-voltage energy lines due to severe weather conditions. Providing logistical and technical support to COVID-19 response operation to the Republic of Serbia for a group of medics and experts who arrived in Serbia from the Russian Federation. Donation of a considerable amount of means of protection to the Ministry of Interior of Serbia. Nowadays, the Russian-Serbian Humanitarian Center has a status of the ICDO Regional Training Center, which performs basic and advanced training for the specialists in the field of emergency response. Training is conducted by highly qualified personnel of the center, such as doctors of science, professors, international instructors and rescuers. All members of the training staff have various international certificates. In addition to its experienced and highly professional staff, The Russian-Serbian Humanitarian Center has at its disposal such resources as multifunctional training simulation facility Sturm, intended for training and acquiring practical knowledge of firefighting skills and development of psychological stability through fire simulation, search in smoky area, evacuation of victims. Lifeguard Trail is a training ground intended for acquiring, practicing and improving mountaineering knowledge and skills, including vertical climbing and descending and transportation of injured. There are also training grounds for various types of training: localization and extinguishing of fires, practice of using different rescue tools and equipment while urban search and rescue operation in rubbles, rescue in car accidents, including rescue from burning vehicles, and other training in the field of emergency response. Multifunctional classes of the Center for theoretical and practical training are equipped with modern digital media. The conference hall of the Center, which is also used for demonstration of modern equipment and technologies, provides a capacity of 200 visitors. Within the Center, there is also a warehouse, where the equipment is stored for setting up the temporary accommodation centers for up to 500 people, including tents, blankets, power generators. Trainees have a choice to stay at the Module campus, located on territory of the Center, or at the hotels of Niš. About 3,000 specialists from the Republic of Serbia and other Balkan countries have completed the basic and advanced training in the Center. International cooperation is an important component of the Center's activity. Along with the international humanitarian operations, the Center participates in the international exercises, such as Night Flex, exercise on elimination of consequences of floods, held in Italy by the European Civil Protection Mechanism, or international exercises for volunteer rescue teams from many European countries, held by the European Association of Civil Protection Teams, EVOLSAR, like SAR 2021 in Portugal. Professional firemen and rescuers from Russia, Serbia, Hungary, Turkey, Italy, Northern Macedonia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Cuba and other countries participated in the international exercises Serbia 2019, hosted by the Russian-Serbian Humanitarian Center in Niš. Together with colleagues from the Sector for Emergency Management of the Ministry of Interior of Serbia, staff of the Center took part in the National Exercises System 2021 for rescue, evacuation and deployment of temporary accommodation centers. The exercises covered 50 cities and municipalities in Serbia. The Russian-Serbian Humanitarian Center pays great attention to education and development and regularly hosts and participates in the seminars, webinars and international conferences with universities, educational institutions and organizations from Serbia and Russia. The Center attracts much attention among the professional community. Representatives from the ICDO, the Department of Civil Protection of the Italian Council of Ministers, the Ministry of Emergency Situations of Kyrgyzstan, visitors from Rafat, Turkey, Armenia, numerous institutions, international organizations and embassies are frequent guests in the Center. Russian-Serbian Humanitarian Center has all the capacity for further development as an international organization. The Center has all necessary human and technical resources to operate as an autonomous training center, which is unique for the Balkans, with great potential for further development in accordance with scientific, technical and technological progress. The results of 10 years of work confirm leadership of the Russian-Serbian Center in providing humanitarian response in the region in case of emergency. Let's keep it up!